Stan Gibilisco here, proprietor and operator of amateur radio station W1GV Whiskey 1 Good Vibrations. First licensed as WN0OKV Ocean Kilo Victor in 1966. That was in March of 1966, and my dad bought me this transmitter to go with my Hallicrafter's SX130 receiver. Just some memories here. The Johnson Viking Adventure transmitter. And I found a web page that outlines that, well, has a lot of pictures of that transmitter. I used crystal control back then. Your limit was 75 watts plate power input. This thing produced 50 watts plate power input, probably about 25 watts RF output. And this kid this is a lot like me. When I was 12 years old, I got licensed, and this kid looks just about like that. And here it is, 1966 to 67 Ham Shack. And there is it looks like a Hallicrafter's receiver. It might be a Hammerlund receiver. I'm not positively certain. But it looks very much like mine back then. That also looks like my receiver, but the SX130 was a whole different animal. Oh, this guy was sophisticated. He had a straight key right there. Do you see that? And it looks like a Vibroplex bug. He was ahead of me. But this is a great page, and I'm going to provide a link to it in the description of this video. Just go through this page. You'll get a look inside of there. I don't remember opening it up and looking inside. I was just too busy exciting myself with QSOs at that time. But this is the page. Click here to email Woody. Well, you can do that if you have similar memories to mine. RF watt meter shows about 28 watts of RF output. And I had a lot of fun back in those days because ham radio was brand new to me. I had a straight key. It looked very much like that. I mounted it on a block of wood from an old constructor set that I had when I was a kid as well. And I think I still have that key. But I don't have the E.F. Johnson transmitter anymore. And I don't have the SX130 receiver anymore. I have one of those highfalutin digital radios now. Actually, a couple of them. An 807 final tube amplifier. A total of 3 tubes. Plug-in option for a VFO. And I got a night kit VFO that I plugged in and used when I got my general class license in March of 1967 and became WA0 Ocean Kilo Victor in Rochester, Minnesota. Just some memories. Maybe you have similar memories if you're around my age, which happens to be 61, by the way. It feels more like 91 most days, but that's another story. I'm still alive and I still remember this stuff. Go to this page. Right up there is the URL, and I will provide, as I said, a link to this page in the description of this video. Stan Gibilisco signing off. W1GV saying 73, which means best regards in ham radio jargon. And so long, which translates in my favorite language to da-da-da-da-da-da.